Lesson 20 of the Introductory Calligraphy, the layout of Ouyang Xun's regular script. Hello, classmate. I am the main teacher of the introductory course, Jiangsu. Welcome to lesson 20? This is the last lecture of the brush calligraphy course. In the previous lessons, we have learned the brushwork of Ouyang Xun's regular script, radical, and stroke structure. In today's class, we will learn the layout of Ouyang Xun's regular script and apply it to practice and finish it. You must ask the teacher, what is calligraphy? It means arranging the relationship between words. The relationship between characters and lines. In the layout of Ouyang Xun regular script, there are several points we should pay attention to. First, its neatness and uniformity. When we look at a calligraphy work, we should first look at the overall effect. The overall feeling of Ouyang Xun's regular script is neat and cannot be messy. The distance between characters and lines should be uniform. Every row and column should be aligned, giving people a stable and solemn visual effect. Second, uniform size. A calligraphy work, what first impresses people is its overall effect, and the whole is composed of countless parts, specifically for each character and stroke.
Therefore, when arranging the layout, we should not ignore the details of each word.
These details mainly include 3 points. The size of a word. When writing, every character should be centered in the grid, uniform size, and cannot be too big or too small. Second, the thickness of strokes. When writing each stroke, first consider the size of the character. And the thickness of the strokes should be appropriate. In addition, we should also control the amount of ink on the brush. Third, stability. The overall stability and elegance of Kai's script depends on the stability of each character and the stability of each stroke. Therefore, when we write each character, we should pay attention and can't be tilted. The layout of regular script is not complicated. Here I introduce 3 main forms. The first is vertical, also called vertical. The layout of vertical regular script. The word spacing and line spacing are mostly equal, but there are also cases where the line spacing is larger. It is written from top to bottom and from right to left. The second is horizontal, also called banner. For horizontal regular script works, such as 4-character works, are still written from right to left. The third is the square. The form of the work is square, with smaller size, usually 25 to 50 centimeters. Square 书画 works. We call this kind of work in size and form as a daofang. Next, I will still use the characters in Zhu Qianggang, Li Kuanming. I will write a horizontal scroll for you. Dashing does not.
The horizontal stroke, the first word.
The character de should be written strongly.
4 words with few strokes.
And heavier, and open the strokes. Pay attention to the position where the stroke, it's not in the middle of the horizontal stroke.
The horizontal stroke.
Shen has the most strokes among the 4 characters, so it's the easiest to write. It's relatively large. We should pay attention when dealing with it. Right, the strokes lightly, not too heavy.
The 1 character below holds it steady. The 2 above 不手. The vertical stroke. In 4-character works, the character bu, the 3rd character, can't be too big.
It's okay to make it a little smaller.
Since the character bu has few strokes, when we write it, we should pay attention to it. Write the strokes with more force. 비슷한가? The direction of the dot. When writing horizontal scrolls, we should pay attention. The center of gravity of each character be on a horizontal line. When writing vertical works, it's more difficult to write horizontal pieces. We need to control the distance between left and right, but also the height of the horizontal line. Single person side. Pay attention to this word. Leave more space between the two vertical strokes. The distance between the three horizontals, the last horizontal stroke is lower. When the seal face is fully covered with ink, it's done. The seal face should not be moved after pressing down. Lift it up and press it lightly on the paper. Okay, the horizontal piece is done.
Next, I will demonstrate a calligraphy work by Shushi.
Say Ren.
Wei.
Do and hang. Okay. When we write this work, we should first think about the size relationship of these characters and stroke counts.
Z and Ren have few strokes.
When we write them, we should write the strokes more vigorously.
Pay attention not to squeeze the upper and lower parts too close.
Leave some space. There are only 4 words. Right, the Ren character firmly, and the foot is stretched. Wu and Wei have more strokes. When we deal with them, we should make the strokes closer, right? The strokes thinner. Write the horizontal first. Write the stroke. Write verticals evenly. Horizontal strokes. Pay attention to the 4 dots order, and the intervals should be equal. Finally, make the dot heavier. When writing, pay attention. Look at the previous characters. If they are aligned, then determine the next word. When writing each character, take care of the previous one. Observe the distance between them and whether they are vertically aligned. Next is Wei. Notice that this left falling stroke has no arc. It goes straight down without arc. The horizontal stroke. Pull it in little hook. Pay attention to the position of the last 4 dots. Should be close to the upper horizontal, but not touching. The distance is even. Okay, after writing the 4 characters, we need to sign. For a vertical 4-character work.
The signature is on the left.
Start writing from the upper middle. Then stamp a seal when the seal paste is on the seal, after the ink is fully applied. At this time, we can knock it. Now, let me demonstrate it. Everyone pay attention. The position of the seal ink should be directly facing your name. Don't get too close. A little apart. In this piece of work, we can knock it in such position, or in such a position. A little closer to the top, and leave a little space below, because there is a blank space between these two words. We can use this seal to fill in this blank space. Okay, I'll knock it in this position now. When we are stamping, we should pay attention to stability. Align it up and down. After pressing it down, the hard surface cannot move and cannot be repositioned. At this time, press down with your left hand, or the right hand can press it down. Press down and apply force. Okay, lift it up gently. Okay, our seal is finished. And a complete regular script work is completed.
Now, I will write a square work.
Xun'sstyle, Dao. The first word, Shu, for calligraphy. Long horizontal. The first thing to do is to write the horizontal strokes equally. The vertical stroke should start in the middle. The stroke is strong, right? It's straight out. Left thin, right thick. Before writing the mountain, we should think about the hole among these 4 characters, Shan and Dao.
Except for the word Shan, which is relatively wide, the other characters look relatively high. So when dealing with the position of the character Shan,
We should write it in the middle, not too close to the top, a little lower. Only in this way, the position of the character Dao can be placed more reasonably. Shan. Nine. Pay attention to write the first stroke. Then the horizontal. The left side's stroke. The horizontal stroke. Left thin. Should be thicker. The horizontal stroke. The stroke of Dao is the most. When writing it, pay attention not to make the character too big. The final horizontal stroke should be stretched. Let's sign the work.
the position of the seal should be closer to the name because there is not much space below. When we sign our name in calligraphy, the position of seal should not be aligned with the last character. That is to say, if the seal is placed in this position, it will be too low. It must be a little higher. Okay, done.
Xun's regular script is summarized as tight structure, and the font is loose and elegant. We can compare Ouyang Xun's regular script compared with Yan Zhenking's regular script. The layout of Yan's regular script is square and dense, and rigorous. Yan's regular script also had a profound impact. Time flies so fast. The 20 lectures on calligraphy has come to an end today. I explained the brushwork of Ouyang Xun's regular script, radicals, frame structure, and composition. I also told many stories of famous calligraphers. I hope you can learn the secrets of learning. Learn the secrets of learning. Study hard and fall in love with our traditional Chinese culture. And calligraphy? Well, it's time to say goodbye.